Let's finally get into X-Men 97 Season 2, Episode 8 recap and review. It's been a minute, I know. Listen, life been lifing, and I low-key wasn't too happy about this episode. So it took me a minute to get to it, but we here now. So we could rightfully assume that this episode was going to be about Gambit because it was titled Dead Man's Hand, and it was indeed about Gambit. So the X-Men are playing cards. They having a good time. They chilling. And then here come Cable and X-Force. And they bring Apocalypse's dead body. And they like, listen, Gambit is back. He done murdered Apocalypse. He done murdered Apocalypse. And we got to go find him. They hook up Professor Xavier to the new Cerebra. They find him. First of all, Professor pisses me off. It pisses me off to the highest degree. Because why he always getting beat up? How you supposed to be the one of the most powerful telepaths and you stay getting your behind kicked in the astral plane, in the mind? All he did was go try to find Gambit and gets toe up in the mind with Cerebra on top of that. And that's supposed to amplify his power. But they find Gambit back home. And so they know where to go get him. Meanwhile, down there in New Orleans, baby, down there in the bayou, Gambit brings the Thieves Guild and the Assassins Guild together just so he can possess them. He takes them over with the power of Apocalypse because we know Apocalypse is inside of him. I mean, one could rightfully assume that there's no way Gambit actually took out Apocalypse. But for now, we just got to go with that. So on the way to reach Gambit, him and his crew that he then took over, they attack the plane that the X-Men are on. And Rogue goes looking for Gambit, and she finds him. She tries to touch him because that's what happened to Angel, right? Remember in the old series, she absorbed whatever changes that Apocalypse did to him and reverted him back to himself. Only this time, it does not work. And he reminds her, some things be deeper than skin share. Okay, so the touch don't work. And he indeed touches her with the dark power that he got now, puts her to sleep. Nightcrawler tries to save her. He knocks him out and kidnaps both of them and takes them both away. In the meantime, the other X-Men are fighting the lackeys and getting, they weren't really winning. They really weren't winning at all. But Gambit blows up the plane while they're in it. And this part pisses me off too. Why did it take 3 telekinetics to land that plane? We saw Jean hurl a whole fallen building. So the building's in motion now. Fallen buildings and debris and toss it into the water across town. Way across town. And I know y'all say, oh, the plane is in motion. It's heavier than the building. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care about all that. It don't take 3 powerful telekinetics. Jean may not be an Omega level telekinetic, but she is a proficient telekinetic. Cable is not a weak telekinetic. The man literally holds back his technovirus because of his telekinetic capacity. And then we got Psylocke. She's no slouch telekinetic either. So the fact that they were doing all that to hold back the plane, I didn't care for all that. Like, I love the teamwork. Don't get me wrong. I love when the X-Men team up, use their powers together. But to see them struggling like that and none of them are slouch, weak telekinetics, I don't want to hear it. But they land the plane, and it's all on the news because you got Raggedy Trish Tisby, whatever her name is, talking about, oh, is this a terrorist attack or is this a crash? So Wolverine, Storm, Forge, they all back at the mansion like, oh, this ain't gonna work. We gotta go. Storm gets up. She's like, Colossus will take care of the kids in the mansion. We gotta go save our family. Our family needs us. X-Men take care of their own. So they go and go rescue them. During this time, we got Rogue back at wherever Gambit is holding him up at. And Kurt he's under the thrall of Gambit as well. brings her to dinner. He starts explaining like, Cher, we got a second chance. There are no regrets. I'm not reliving regrets. I want to marry you. We're going to live forever. Because Apocalypse gave something to the one we know as the external. She was with Apocalypse back in the day. He fell in love, which, Rogue kind of told him, I hope you find some love one day. And look at him. He didn't found love, and then the woman betrayed him. But it was understandable because he did destroy her people. So he's out to get this relic that will help make Rogue immortal like him so they can live happily ever after. And she like, I'm scared, but I'm relieved that I don't know which one. Rogue, I get it, but you can't marry this undead zombie version of Remy because it's not really him. But I get it. So Gambit does the little ritual thing to bring the external. I didn't like this either because it happened so fast. Like, she get this brief little moment, we get the little backstory, and then it's over just like that. He gets rid of her by stabbing her with the blade, takes the amulet from her, and getting ready to give it to Rogue. The X-Men show up. They get to fighting. Oh, fine. They remember Storm's a part of the X-Men now, y'all. So she finally gets to do some. Her and Jean do this cool little team up. Jean gathers the people and Storm, tides rise and cleanse this foul ritual. That was cool. Storm waterbending. Nice. But then Kurt just knocks them all out. I mean, he pieces them up. 1, 2, 3, knocks every single last one of them out. And here go Xavier. The X-Men tow up. Xavier tries to stop Gambit once again in the mind, fully in the mind this time, because he has him right here. He get in there, and just like Jean with the Phoenix bound the income crystal, I bind, tow him up. Gambit tow him up. He tried to help him and free him, do all this stuff, and then Apocalypse show up, and the teacher has still failed to learn the lesson. And so he takes Gambit's spirit back and absorbs him back and is getting ready to absorb Professor Xavier too. On the outside, we find out that Cable and X-Force had no positive intentions on helping get Gambit back. They was actually just using him so they can get there and nix Gambit. And so he's getting ready to do that. And they take the X-Men hostage, which I'm like, how the three of them take the rest of the X-Men? You got Jean, Storm, Cyclops, Jubilee, Beast, and Sunspot. And y'all are held hostage by Archangel and Psylocke. Please get out of my face. But in the mind, so Rogue is knocked out because Gambit put the little amulet in her chest, right? So before Apocalypse fully gets them, here comes this beam of light. Rogue bursts through. I got you, sugar. And she pulls Gambit out, and Apocalypse is drained back into Gambit. The X-Men stop Cable, right? And they're able to get Gambit and take him back to the X-Mansion. It is at this point where we realize that it's only a matter of time before Apocalypse takes over, so they gotta figure out a way to save him. In the end credit scene, we see Raggedy, Val Cooper, and X Factor meet up with X-Force to try to take down the X-Men. So my review rating of this episode was a 6 out of 10. Like, I love the Gambit aspect. It was really cool. We got to see Nightcrawler do his Doug Dizzle, even though it really didn't make sense. I didn't care for the plane thing, right? The lack of Storm. The X-Men being held hostage by 3 mutants didn't make sense to me. The rapid pay, all of this, it's the pacing. It was so much going on too fast, and I just was not a fan of it. So this episode gets a 6 out of 10 for me. And if you made it this far, as always, I appreciate it. Please stick around, follow your boy, but please like, comment your thoughts, and share.